On the camera, it looks sick, man, but yeah, dude, come on. Giant chunk taken out of the bottom here. There's all sorts of nicks and dents and crap all over this guitar. Way back in 2009, my band toured Europe for 2 months. I did that tour with a guitar that I didn't even own. But over those 2 months, I kind of happened to fall in love with it. And 14 years later, I tracked one down. And we're gonna unbox it together. Let's do it! Alright guys, hope you're doing great out there today. If this is your first time here at my channel, my name is Kyle, and what I do is I take all sorts of awesome high gain related guitar gear, I record it with a simple SM57 setup, and I give you the unprocessed audio on your end. So if you're into that sort of thing, hit that like button on the way out. It really does help. Consider subscribing and ringing that bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads. Alright guys, so if you can't tell by my extreme weirdo energy, I'm actually really excited today because, like I said in the intro, I tracked down a guitar that I have a little bit of history with. Now, no, it is not the same guitar that I did that tour with. That would be insane, but I wouldn't even know how to identify it at this point. It's been so long. But I tracked down the same exact model, and it's been quite some time since I've had one of these guitars in my hands. Now, in 2009, I think we all know what guitars were all the rage at that time. It was pretty much, if you were in a metal or a hardcore band, you had the standard issue EC1000 in the red quilt. See-through black cherry, I think, was the actual finish name. Those things were all decked out with that gaudy abalone, and you know, for the time, I actually think that they look kind of sick. Every time I see one, it definitely hits me right in that nostalgia bone or something, I don't know. Hits me right in the gonads. It hits me in the feels, because I had a lot of memories with that guitar as well. But there's another guitar from the same brand, or another model, I should say, that I felt like was equally as awesome, but just never really got nearly as much love as the EC1000 or the Eclipse series in general. So, as I typically do, I search for all sorts of different guitars every day on the internet. I just happened to come across this guitar for a really, really good price at Guitar Center. It seems like these guitars are always harder to track down on the used market than their Eclipse counterparts because they probably didn't sell as many. And over the last couple of years, like everything else, the prices have just gone way up. So I was finally able to get this guitar at a price that I was comfortable with paying. And now it's here and we're gonna unbox it. So let's go ahead and get right into that, because some of you guys, I keep forgetting. I don't think that this guitar is packed very well, because anytime I set it down on a hard surface, I can literally hear something hard in the box hitting the ground. So I don't have high hopes. Pretty sure the Guitar Center packages this like dum-dums like they usually do. Really hoping that the guitar shows up intact, because I would be really bummed out if it came damaged after finding one at a decent price when I've been looking for one for so long. So cross our fingers. And I'm gonna throw it up to you guys while I am unboxing this thing. Do you guys know which model it is? Put it down in the comments. I'm really curious to see what you guys think it is. Put that guess in before you actually lay eyes on it, because whenever I have you guys guess, you kind of tend to throw out some awesome answers, or some answers of some stuff that I hadn't actually previously thought of, and it gives me ideas for new content. So drop it down below in the comments. Here we go. I mean, there's definitely plenty of packing material, but it doesn't seem like it's where it needs to be, which is on the top and bottom of the guitar. The top has plenty, but the bottom literally sounds like it's just hitting the bottom of the box. So not a lot of high hopes again. Yeah, dude, look at that. They literally didn't even have packing on the bottom of the guitar. There is no bubble wrap in the bottom of this box at all. So they wrapped it up like this and threw it in the box with absolutely no padding in the bottom. Now, luckily, it doesn't look like it has any more damage than it had when I bought it, because these dings and stuff in the bottom look like they were there from a long time ago, because you can kind of tell when a chip is older. But yeah, let's go ahead. Let's continue to unwrap this thing. Hopefully, again, everything else is in one piece. Not a real great pack job when you pack the rest of the guitar well and then you completely forget to pad like one of the most important parts of the guitar. It makes no sense. All right, so you guys can see the brand. This guitar was listed in good condition, but I mean, I'm already seeing all sorts of chips and stuff that lead me to believe it is not in good condition. So this may not even end up being a keeper. We're already not looking so good here. And rotisserie style. Here is the LTD Viper 400 in that see-through black cherry finish. On the camera, it looks sick, man, but yeah, dude, come on. Dude, good condition, Guitar Center, good condition. Giant chunk taken out of the bottom here. There's all sorts of nicks and dents and crap all over this guitar. Like, I don't mind a guitar that has wear in it, but describe it how it is. Like, not only does Guitar Center typically only put up one single photo where it's like a super digitized 12 kilobyte file size, but they don't even bother to take pictures 99% of the time of the damage on these guitars. Like, this thing literally has like dings and stuff all over it. Yeah, this is not gonna stay unless they literally refund me 50% of my money, because this thing has been beat to hell. Like, again, I don't mind wear, but I did not pay for a guitar in this condition. Like, there's almost like a crack in the finish here down by the control cavity. Come on, dude. All right, well, this unboxing just got real disappointing. It's been happening a lot lately, guys. I am not super picky about guitars. I'm really not. But when something comes completely not as described, it comes poorly packed, like, that is gonna ruin pretty much anybody's new gear day. And when you're excited for a piece of gear to come in and it just shows up immediately with issues that were not stated in the listing or stated by the seller, like, that just puts a sour taste in your mouth. It's got a big chip taken out of the corner here. I'll get some closer up shots to throw on this so you guys can see what I'm talking about. It may be kind of hard for you guys to see all the little indentations and stuff that I'm talking about with the camera angles and stuff that we have going on. Like, this is a disappointment. Now, I'll be straight up with you guys. I paid $235 plus shipping and tax for this guitar. Now, that seems like a good deal, right? I mean, a few years ago, and I hate to be that guy, a few years ago, these guitars used to sell for $200 to $250 in good condition all day long. Like, you could get screaming deals on these Vipers, and I've gotten many for less than I paid for this in much better condition. So yeah, I got a good deal in terms of like today 2023 pricing, but again, man, it was listed in good condition. I would not have bought it if I knew that it was this beat up. Pretty disappointing if I'm being 100% honest. So yeah, I'm gonna have to contact Guitar Center and see if they'll do anything on the price for me. Again, this is, you know, I paid for a guitar in good condition. This is not good condition. If I tried to sell somebody this on Facebook Marketplace and said good condition and they pulled it out of the box, I guarantee you they would not be happy about it. So, all right, rant over. Yeah, I mean, maybe this would be like a cool candidate for a refinish or something. Like, I've always wanted to get a guitar like refinished, something cool. This, you know, if the guitar plays and sounds good, maybe it would be a good candidate for something like that. If any of you guys out there know any solid guitar refinishers, maybe we could set something like that up, because overall the damage is not really structural. It's not, this is the only chip right here where it seems like it actually got into the wood, and that could be kind of smoothed out on the refinish. So maybe we'll just turn this into a cool project guitar if I can get Guitar Center to agree to a reasonable refund amount. But anyways, the Viper 400, the 400 LTD series was kind of like the step down from the EC1000. They did a 500 series for a little while and then they changed it to the 400. I never really knew what the differences were between the 500 and the 400, because the 500 and 400 still had the EMG 81, 85 pickups. The 500 and 400 still had these little mini Grover Rotomatic tuners on it. If you guys can see that in the camera here, they're still Grover tuners, still good tuners. These were still made in Korea. The 500 series were made in Korea. This has the Irvana compensated nut on it. If you guys are unfamiliar with these, you know, LTD and maybe ESP put these on most of their guitars back in the day, and then they stopped making them for a little while, and I think that somebody else has kind of reintroduce them. I'm not exactly sure who, but yeah, man, I don't know. The action's looking a little wonky on this guitar as well. It looks almost like there's a little lip at the end of the fretboard where these bottom frets almost kind of come up. Like, yeah, the neck could use a little bit of tension on it to straighten it out, but I don't know if that's gonna fix that issue at the end of the fretboard either. We may, guys, have gotten a complete dud. I'm gonna give it that tiny little neck adjustment real quick and see if we can kind of get that action sorted a little bit. And then we're gonna plug this thing in and we are gonna play it through, again, the Blackstar Amped 1 that we used in a recent demo and the Driftwood Purple Nightmare preamp. This is a tube preamp pedal. We're gonna run this into that Blackstar Amped 1. Huge shout out to Purple Nightmare for sending this out to me for a review. We're gonna play through it today and I'll give you guys a dedicated review at some point here in the near future. And then huge shout out to Zounds for providing the Blackstar Amped 1 for me. If you guys would like to check one of these out for yourselves, do me a huge favor, hit that Zounds affiliate link down in the description of this video. Zounds is a great partner with the channel and they provide me with pretty much anything that I ask them for. So thanks again to Zounds for providing the Amped 1. But yeah, let's get this guitar a little bit of an adjustment and then let's hear how it sounds. I can already tell you the strings are dead, but we'll deal with that. All right, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I am actually pretty impressed with how this guitar sounds through this preamp. Like, this thing sounds, even with dead strings on it, it sounds surprisingly good. And I'm usually not a huge fan of EMG pickups. With the 81 and the bridge, man, I'm really digging this. Man, it's been a while since I played an EMG loaded guitar. I forget how easy these things are to get the pinch harmonic. That's fun. The guitar's falling out of tune already though, so let's tune it up again real quick. And then we're gonna play a riff from my old band that I toured Europe with on this guitar to really flick me in the nostalgia wiener. If that riff is not the epitome of early 2000s hardcore, I don't know what is. But yeah, the guitar, honestly, guys, I'm impressed. For as beat up as it is, it sounds great. It plays well. I'm not noticing any... Not noticing any like choked out notes or anything fretting. Weirdly, the action is not amazing on it. It's okay. It plays well enough. Of course, I can tweak that as the guitar settles into the environment here. So if I do end up keeping it, we'll kind of keep an eye on that and see how well I can get the guitar set up. One thing I forgot about Vipers though, they sit much further forward or much further to your left if you're right-handed than a lot of other guitars. So when I'm playing it, my wrist actually feels like way forward up here as opposed to being a little bit more back here, like say like a single cut. Yeah, I don't know why that was so hard for me to figure out. Words is hard and stuff. So it does feel a little bit goofy trying to hit like fast palm mutes and stuff like that because of the position of my wrist. But with the top cut, the top bevel here, it does still feel comfortable for my arm to rest here while playing this sitting down. So here's another riff from one of my bands back in the day, Hell Sent. I did vocals for this band, but I wrote a lot of the guitar parts. Been a while since I played that one. I love just simple, ignorant hardcore riffs sometimes. They just speak to my stupid idiot soul, and this guitar is definitely providing what I need from them. I'm really happy to have this thing. It's playing well. It's sounding good. I'm impressed with how good it sounds, actually. Wish it was in better condition. We'll see what we can do, but want to know what you guys think. Should we keep this thing and should we turn it into a project guitar? Maybe upgrade it and really go all out and find somebody to maybe refinish this thing, get a really cool, unique finish on it. Thanks so much for watching, guys. And if you didn't see my previous guitar upgrade video where I got a trashed Epiphone Les Paul Custom from Guitar Center, we fixed it up and turned it into an absolute ripper. If you need a little inspiration before you comment on this one, go ahead and click on it. You know what this wall is missing? Another amp. There we go.